very much appreciated Governor Romney's kind tweet today where he announced that he is going to vote for me in the Utah election, and he encouraged others to do the same. Listen, in my book, when someone says, I'm voting for you and I encourage everyone else to vote for you, that's pretty darn good, and I'll take that and take that happily.
Of the American states that wield a level of serious political power, none is more unique than the only place where the majority of the population belongs to a single church. 62% of those who call Utah home are members of the Mormon faith. And though the church officially states they are neutral when it comes to political parties, the makeup of this state would seem to be smack dab in the back pocket of Ted Cruz. And Donald Trump questioning the religion of a favorite son might not be the smartest way to curry favor. This is where we begin the Monday call for the political animal with plenty of other notes to play. Welcome back, news director for the Tea Party News Network, Scottie Nell Hughes, and former Democratic senatorial aide, now contributor at The Hill, Brent Budowsky. Thank you for joining us. Scottie Nell, to you. Let's go ahead and look at the latest polls from Utah and Arizona. Very different mentalities here. Donald Trump holding the lead in Arizona. Ted Cruz is just running away with Utah. Look, it's very likely to some people that Donald Trump would not have done well in Utah in the first place, but was it really smart to go in there and question the religion of Mitt Romney?
Well, I'm never going to sit there and question somebody's religion. I mean, I think that undeniably Mitt Romney is a good Mormon. However, a lot of people are going, that was kind of just a joke that Donald Trump kind of put out there. Now, some of us that are of faith don't think it's a very funny joke, but he kind of said it kind of offhanded. But when you look at Utah, there's very much a very strong, devout Mormon population, and I don't think the majority of them necessarily saw it to be a joke. And like I said, I don't ever question somebody's faith, and I don't think anybody else should either.
Donald Trump says he wants to tell us about substance in his AIPAC speech tonight. Scottie Nell, is it not fair to say that you talk about a joke? Not everybody takes jokes the right ways, but isn't it time? I know you're a Trump supporter. Don't you want to hear him be presidential? Don't you want to hear him kick out substance instead of jokes? I think that's what he needs right now and what people want.
I can guarantee tonight's speech is going to be presidential and full of substance. How do I know? Because something for the first time is going to happen tonight. Mr. Trump has a prepared speech with notes. It's already written out, will be released to the press and everything. So he is actually prepared for this speech, because going into this room, you're going in front of a very liberal group of Jewish supporters. And so we already saw how much they gave standing ovations to Hillary Clinton this morning. So it's not going to be necessarily the most friendly room he's walking into. And he wants to make sure that every T is crossed, I is dotted. And I guarantee this speech could be a very good glimpse as to what a President Trump would look like that would satisfy some of those naysayers.
All right, Brent, here you go. Coming to you next. And again, we play it right down the middle here. So let me come to you. If Donald Trump does indeed become presidential, have substance in his speech, actually bring policies in there, don't you think it's time, looking at the numbers he's got right now, that Hillary Clinton better start fearing this guy?
Well, first of all, I give Donald Trump credit for one thing, that he gets spokespeople as intelligent and balanced as Scottie just was on things that she said that I tend to agree with. I think it's true that Trump made a mistake by attacking Romney's religion. I think Romney and Cruz will probably prevail in Utah. The same reason I think Trump will probably prevail in Arizona. Number two, I also agree that because his speech tonight at AIPAC is in text on the teleprompter, where have we heard that before, I do think it will be above the cut of his usual speech. As for Hillary Clinton, I have endorsed Donald Trump to be the nominee because I think any Democrat will beat Donald Trump by a landslide. According to the Real Clear Politics polls, Hillary beats Trump by 6 points on the average. Bernie Sanders beats Trump by 10 points, a point I've noted to Democrats. They might keep in mind why that is. So, no, I don't think, if anything, I'd be worried that the Hillary people would be overconfident.
Let me stop you there for a second, Brett, if you will, because on the overconfidence here, and I'm short on time. Democrats, there are people out there saying don't vote for Hillary because she would merge Republicans and Democrats into one party on war and foreign policy, just like Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld. Nixon, they're going back saying you've got to write in Bernie Sanders and you cannot vote for Hillary Clinton. What do you think about that?
Well, there is a school of thought that I'm not unsympathetic to, that Bernie Sanders is a much more authentic FDR Democrat, and that Hillary Clinton will be tempted to move to the right and to move towards corporatist policies if she is the nominee. I don't think that will come to pass, but it is a legitimate argument that a lot of people are worried about. And finally, if Hillary's nominated, you're going to see a lot of prominent Republicans endorsing her against Trump. I predict that right here tonight on Newsmax.
All right,
And we're
Scottie
grateful
Nell,
for that.
okay, Scottie Nell, 30 seconds. Do you believe that? Prominent Republicans is what he said. I mean, I find that hard to believe.
No, I think that's great. Mitt Romney, all those lists of people that have made people like Marco Rubio and Jeb Bush lose this primary season, feel free to go endorse Hillary Clinton. In fact, I will help you. I'll even put out the confetti and the balloons for you.
Brent, would you have any doubt whatsoever that at this point, I got 30 seconds to you, that if Hillary Clinton's people are smart, they better be getting ready for Donald Trump right now. Stop screwing around.
Oh,
here.
after what Scottie just said, I will arrange for the Clinton people to call her to supply the balloons.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to be sure on that because we got this all on tape right now. Scottie Nell, I got to ask you a question here. 30 seconds. I'm short on time here, but really, would you like to take back the statement you made about riots are necessarily not a bad thing? Come on.
Okay, listen. First of all, Mr. Trump said the word riot first off. And you have to realize in the context that I said it, when people feel like their voices are not being heard, when they're being ignored, and that's the only way they get their attention, then that is when things like riots. It doesn't mean violence. It doesn't mean sitting there and saying.
But riots
that
can be
violence is going to
dangerous,
occur.
Scottie.
But
They
riots can also
dangerous.
not be dangerous. And that's the thing. I don't think that there is going to be any sort of violence at all at the convention within the delegates. In fact, I guarantee there will not be.
So you're sound with what you said.
I like I said, Mr. Trump was the first one to use
No,
the word
wait a
riots.
minute. Hang on. I'm going to be fair with you now. Yes or no? You're sound to what you said.
You know what? I'm actually going to stick by it. I'll be honest with you. I've
Okay.
taken a lot of flack, a lot of heat, but the Boston Tea Party, that accomplished some good. Ronald Reagan actually talked about riots. Martin Luther King actually
That's
talked about
what I
it
wanted.
in a peaceful
You know me.
context.
I'm always fair to you. Scottie Nell Hughes, Brent Budowsky, thanks for joining us. Don't forget America Votes Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Join us for all the coverage right here on Newsmax.